Happy hump day, y'all. 6:46. Just finished making lunch and all that fun stuff and ate late dinner. Figured I'd do the update. I'm enjoying doing the desk videos a little more. I got a ton of footage to go through and get some stuff up for you guys, and I got a challenge I'm going to put out. Something quick, something simple, and I think it'll be fun, as always. But Pearl is back together. Yay! Dumbass me. So, we have the new board, the 2S. I unsoldered. You can actually see it right there. Unsoldered. And went directly to the board, so there was no confusion this time, and went with the thicker wire. I was nervous because all the wires from Betaflight are all the same color, and was like, how the hell am I going to do this? But once I sat down and kind of got into it, it was a lot easier than I thought. I just unsoldered one wire and then went to the new board, vice versa, and was able to get it up. I probably had it done in under 10 minutes. Setup was quick. Like when you solder motor wires on a big quad, I always end up getting two that are backwards. And like I said before, these have pins on the plug, so I had to just flip-flop. And then when I did that, I went to do my little quick test pop, and it does that little whoop and flip around, and that just told me that the motor direction tab was not right. So I had to do that. And then I did a quick couple laps chasing the kids around and irritating the wife as usual. And we're good to go. I will take it out again once it's nice out and tune it a little more. I did my basic tune on it. And from what I flew and felt in the house, it awesome. I can't wait. It's such a small form factor, and I think it'll be cool to try to squeak this little guy into some really fun places and get some cool footage with it, considering it's HD. I got it to be a little bit cleaner. Not that there's much room. I didn't tuck down the wires. See, as I say that, I haven't gotten and done all the little final tiny details. There's my VTX stuffed in there, but it's great. I'm happy. So one problem solved, and I have learned my lesson when it comes to soldering connectors, to be careful. So that was one of my projects. The other day flying also, I had broken the camera. Where is it? The lens off of the Cadex Turtle old school V2 that had the yucky lens on it, so it was okay that it broke. I'm gonna follow Stance Man. I'm gonna get, I think it's the Phoenix 2 Stance. If you see this video, send me a link of the exact one you got, because I want to make sure I get the right one. So I'm gonna resolder the ripped wires from the board and make this a little project, do something fun with it, or talk with Christian and see if we can get this thing on one of his trucks, so he can have some HD. But yep, so I fixed that, and then in the middle of it, I just kept contemplating. I said, you know what? Let's just go for it. Let's eliminate some wires, and I eliminated the FPV cam that it comes with, which is right here, which I wasn't super happy with. The EOS 2, but the beta version of it. I'm not a fan of the color, the light transition, and this is one of the few cameras that I'm not a fan of. And I was going to do a baby Ratel in here, and I'm going to save myself $40. So I have the newer version of the Turtle V2 that has the turbo lens, and I have the ND filter coming for it. I finished wiring, redoing this thing. I had to change a couple things just because the board orientation is slightly different, just where stuff is, because I believe I had the SD card on that side before, and now it's on this side. I trimmed and fit it a little differently in here. So I had to slit the side a little bit and shave in a couple spots just to get it to fit better. So I'm using a strap, excuse me, to go over this whole thing just to keep it together in case of a crash, and hopefully it'll protect. And it covers part, and it goes lower actually, it's just on there, but it'll cover the SD card slot also. I flew it yesterday, and it was great. It was dark. It was super dark, so this thing's not great in the light, but at least I got to see some of the footage and check it out, and I think it's going to be 10 times better. And the fact that the OSD on this one works a little differently, it's better than the old school one. I don't know. It just, between the lens and other things, I think this is going to be way, way, way better. Definitely better looking. If I want more angle, I'm probably going to have to shave into here. Talk to Bri about reprinting and changing something up on this thing. And I'll have none of this in the View, which I had in the EOS, because it was a lot lower next to it. So you saw this in, which kind of irritates the living crap out of me. But yeah, so we're back to normal. It's flying, and I look forward to getting some footage with this thing. Before I crash it, I got some great footage of the little bando that I did with Brian last weekend, flying through that. I also took this guy around some of the foundations inside the building and then under some of the cool gaps, so you'll be able to see the footage from that. I think that'll be really cool, and hopefully I'll be able to get out. And there'll be a decent weather. Today's the last day. We've had 70 degrees for almost 5 days, which is unheard of in November. So I'm kind of bummed that's going away. But yeah, back to the family thing. So I figured I'd just give you an update that I'm back. Now I just got to clean up my mess. There's shit everywhere. Yeah, so whoops are back together. I am happy. HD footage all day. If anybody, I should have thought of this months ago. If anybody knows how to buff glass, any recommendations? I have that scratch that I still can't get rid of on my 360, the Insta 360 Go, and would love to be able to get that back, because I still have Sweet Tooth that has the mount. That's the only thing I don't have HD, because there's not any room. I would love to be able to put that back on here, because this thing's fun. I like playing in the woods with this thing, and yeah, it's a great little flyer, and I got some props I got to try out. But yeah, I'd like to be able to put HD on that. So the only thing that's not HD is the two little tiny whoops. Not tiny whoop as in tiny whoop, as in they're tiny. I also smashed. I broke a whole bunch of stuff this week. I had to go back to the bigger Cadex Ant versus the Runcam Nano. I face planted this thing the other day, and I got footage before I did that, thank God, for the challenge video that I'm going to use or do, and smashed the lens. So I put this guy back on, but it's flying fine. Once I change the motors, it's phenomenally better. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. All right, I'm off. You guys enjoy the rest of hump day, and we'll see you guys soon. Peace out.